Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to the Craft of Wellness. I'm Kat, and today we're going to dive into something that's actually really dear to my heart, something that helped me on my trauma recovery journey, connecting to my authentic self. And it's something that actually got me out of survival brain. And it's something also that is so powerful, but often overlooked and dismissed. And people roll their eyes when you talk about a gratitude practice and how it can change your perspective, which will actually transform your entire experience and even change your past. Yeah, I know, argue all you want, but you can change your past. Now, I know that sometimes life feels like a constant battle. Believe me, I had like a war zone in my head for many years. And you might be in a situation where you're feeling really frustrated, angry, trapped, stuck, stagnant, or maybe you're just like completely exhausted, worn out, like done. Seriously, how much more shit can possibly happen? And that's where it gets really easy to slip into that cycle of struggle, which leads often to the victim mentality stance. And then, of course, you wear that lens of scarcity. And that's all low energy. That's all low vibrations, right? And then it makes it really hard. So you fight and you fight harder. But what if you don't have to fight? And really, you could just walk, pause, or give gratitude, and that's it. Okay, I know. Got to hear more about this, right? So, I kind of want to talk about seeing things from a different perspective, especially when it feels like a challenge. When a core belief about yourself has been exposed, where you feel disrespected, dismissed, unvalued. And when you feel those feels, oh, it's hard to have a different perspective. It's hard to like change and be grateful for being treated like a piece of shit, right? So I just kind of want to share with you why I'm even talking about this all of a sudden now. And it's because this morning during my self-care practice, I pulled a nine of wands in reverse, but oh, my heart just thumped. Kind of like when you get the four of pentacles. It's like, fuck, really? But I know it doesn't work that way. And so when I dug deeper and got in touch with self, I realized it's not about the battle, it's about how you choose to handle the battle, how you choose to respond. Now, it is completely natural to want to just like fight through, right? It's like our survival brain. That's our basic instinct is survival. However, sometimes the best you can do is just walk away, pause, or even if it's already done, just change your focus. And I know that's so hard to do, but here's the crazy thing. By walking away with a sense of gratitude, you can actually shift the energy of that whole experience and situation. And so you don't have that negative frequency attached to you. You can have it higher frequency, which is going to attract better things to you. It's kind of like turning down the volume on that inner struggle, and you're actually opening the door to new perspective, which is new possibilities, new solutions, new experiences, because you're going to be up on a higher frequency, right? We know like attracts like. Anyway, for those who know, yes, and for those who don't know, you know now, I am a brain science nerd. And I'm all about trying to figure out why this is the way it is, what's happening in our brain. Because this is where it gets really interesting and really cool, and I get really excited. So why don't we dive into a little bit of brain science about how switching your perspective through gratitude can actually change your past. Okay. So think about it. When we're caught in a stress loop or feeling stuck, we call it survival brain. Our brain literally gets locked into a fight flight mode, right? Because stress is the cortisol, which is telling our body we're in danger. Now, this is where the amygdala comes in, which normally I say is like our superhero. That's what kept us alive when we were little, right? And it's also the part of our brain that's responsible for all those emotional responses. And when we're stuck in survival, what happens? It takes over. We go offline is what we call it, right? And we're constantly in that state. And when you're offline, you don't have access to your thinking brain. It's really hard to think clearly and make decisions or see things from a different perspective because you are stuck. Okay, so what does this have to do with gratitude? Because, really bad, shitty things happen to me. I'm not thankful for it. Okay, but here's where gratitude and shifting perspective actually comes in. Because gratitude activates the prefrontal cortex. I know, right? And that's the part of your brain that's responsible for the higher thinking capabilities, like problem solving, like decision making, like perspective taking, right? So when we're practicing gratitude, it's like we're kind of hitting the reset button on our stress response because now the cortex is back in control and the amygdala isn't able to be sounding the alarm. And so this allows us to step back to see things from a more balanced, clear viewpoint. It doesn't mean the bad shit didn't happen, and it doesn't mean that it shouldn't have happened and all that kind of stuff that goes with it. However, when you walk away from a situation, not with frustration or hurt and pain, but with gratitude for the lesson, for the experience, for the opportunity to grow, you'll literally be reprogramming your brain to respond to the memory and thoughts and to similar situations more calmly and live with peace. Yeah, I like the living with peace part. It's such a beautiful feeling. So, how do we actually do this? And it's actually more easier than what you think. So, you can start by seeing things differently. So, like, just take one little situation and just kind of see how, walking away with gratitude. So, like, what can we do here? I've got a few strategies that can help. So, because it's kind of hard, right? But I want you to kind of get in a place where you can think about a particular situation. So, you just pause and like take a deep breath. And so, take a deep breath in and out. And then just kind of recognize where you feel overwhelmed or where you feel stuck, right? Taking that deep breath and just being aware of it coming in and then releasing it. That simple act can break a cycle of negative thinking and kind of get you out of that spiral and out of fight and flight, right? And if you hum, you would actually activate your parasympathetic nervous system and get you out of survival brain. So just a few deep breaths can help you reconnect with the present moment. Okay, so that's a good start, right? So you can do this in the moment when you're feeling it, or you can do it when you're reflecting. So then you're going to practice gratitude. Okay, like I said, this doesn't mean ignoring your feelings or pretending that really bad thing happened and everything's fine. Oh, my life is perfect. Yeah, no, not at all. Not at all. Life is hard. Fucking shit happens. But it means recognizing the small things, maybe the lesson that came out of it, the growth, um, even just the opportunity of letting go, releasing that energy, opening up the blockages. So, kind of try this. When you feel triggered, and I hate to use that word, or you feel frustrated, but you're feeling your body out of connection, you're not feeling good, just silently say 3 things that you're grateful for in that moment. And this practice helps rewire your brain for positivity, shifts, and perspective. And you can always find something to be grateful for. You took a breath, you're watching this video, you, I don't know if you can walk, but you can walk, you can move your fingers, you can talk, you can think. There's so much to be grateful for. And then you want to reframe your thoughts. So try asking yourself, what can I learn from this? What is this teaching me? Even if it's really uncomfortable, like what is it I'm learning from this? This isn't about putting a positive spin on everything. No, right? I mean, like, let's be brutal. You're raped. You're not going to be grateful for being raped, right? But, it's putting a different perspective on it. And it's about opening yourself up to growth and change, doing healing. It might bring up some inner stuff that you need to heal. Maybe you connect with somebody, even challenging moments. We have a silver lining because we need to look for it. You're not going to find it. Our brains are kind of programmed to look for negativity, but it keeps us safe. And that's a whole other video. Okay. So you want to shift your focus. And sometimes the best way to shift our perspective is to change your environment. Get the fuck out of Dodge, I say, or your routine. Go for a walk. Change your physical location. It's going to help you get back some of your power, right? And then help you be able to see things a little bit differently. So one of the things that I really do is, especially at work, go for a walk. If I get stuck somewhere, if I can't think, if I'm, struggling, just go for a walk, even just around the building. We all know I love earthing, right? So put your feet out on the ground. But the thing is, when you're able to get your brain into a different situation, it's a chance to reset and to see things differently. A chance for your parasympathetic nervous system to activate and get you out of that fight flight. The next thing that really works, if you're a visualizer, because I know that can be really difficult for me, but visualizing walking away from the situation with gratitude. So just kind of maybe picture yourself letting go of the struggle. Maybe make the struggle a big black of swirl dust or something, or whatever you want, or a face of the asshole, whatever it may be, right? And just see them poof, or see yourself walking away. And the more you go higher and lighter, and you feel all this peace and gratitude with the white light. Like just this visualization practice can really help your brain start to make it a new reality because your brain only knows what you tell it. So tell it good stuff. Tell it lies if you have to. So, what's the takeaway here? Life is full of ups and downs, but it's how we respond to those moments that is going to change everything. And when we walk away with gratitude, whether it's from a challenge, a conflict, or just a really tough day, we actually open ourselves up to solutions, to new possibilities. We raise our vibrations up, like attracts like. And doing this, we actually start to change our perspective and our experience because we see things differently and we're attracting things differently. And ultimately, we are changing our actual brain wiring. We're reprogramming our subconscious. And that is not easy. I know, right? Our subconscious was programmed with other people's shit and beliefs and opinions, and that's not even ours. So I get it. And I know it's not always easy to walk away in gratitude because really bad, shitty things happened. But you're alive and you can reprogram your brain and you can get control of your life. You are the creator of your reality. So it's not about avoiding the hard stuff because it's there, but it's about how we choose to move through it. And sometimes just a little shift in perspective, just a little gratitude for the breath that we took can make all the difference. Right? That's a lot to take in. And believe me, it's taken me years to get there. So thanks for hanging out, and listening to me ramble and kind of process and share, right? But I'm telling you, this whole gratitude thing is life changing. So if this hit home with you, make a comment. Let me know what your gratitude practice looks like and how you shift your perspective in challenging times. Let's share. Let's make a community. Doesn't that sound exciting and supportive? Right? And if you found this helpful, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If you made it this far, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow, whatever we have to do to kind of stay connected and share. It's all about, wellness, self-care, emotional growth, trauma healing and recovery, connecting with your authentic self, manifestation, abundance. You are so worthy and you are enough. So until next time, take care. And remember, you got this. Just find one thing, just a little, even if it's just a sparkle. Have a great day.